town of Westerly has seen tremendous change in the last 100 years. The people born during the early part of the last century lived through a tumultuous time, including the Great Depression and World War II. Tom Brokaw called them the greatest generation. These people are getting older, and only a few that lived during this historic period are still alive today. Soon their histories, memories, thoughts, hopes, and reflections will be lost if their stories are not told.
And I would also say, as far as influences go, there were, a number of people, a number of priests at Christ Church that affected me on that part of my life growing up.
That's a part we didn't talk about much. You're quite active with Christ Church,
very active.
Which is a beautiful staple, again, in downtown Westerly. It has been for a very long time.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building.
Do you want to talk about?
Smith Granite, from over here.
There we go.
Hauled down the hill, I understand, I wasn't around, on these great big carts, because the granite was brought from here to the site, apparently where it was cut. But the oxen, you probably know this, the oxen were behind. They were behind the cart, because if they were in front of it, they would get crushed by the cart heading down the hill. So the oxen were behind. And I'm very much into volunteer work, particularly the history of the building over the years. And it's got a great history. Good. And I first got involved back in 1956 when George Kent, who was a big name in the community and beyond still is. He's still on the keyboard there. He had just been appointed organist and choir master in about 1956, and I got involved with the choir and sang in the choir for 30-some years, and then from there went into different other parts of the church.
Nice.
This is then and now. So this was from I don't know when it was.
Oh, yeah, look.
I was 14 years old, and that's me at Westerly's 350th, where I rang the bells. My name is Lido Mochetti. I've been ringing bells here for probably about 60 years. I learned when I was fairly young, when I was a member of the boys' choir here at Christ Church, and George Kent, Bunky, had taught several of the boy choristers early on to learn to ring the bells. The bells are really fascinating. They were installed in August 1905. The bells were cast by the Manili Bell Company from Troy, New York, which was a major bell foundry in the East Coast. It is not a carillon, as some people call it, because we don't have enough bells. The chime basically consists of 6 to 8 bells tuned to a basic diatonic scale. All the bells are known as dead bells, and they're called that because they're permanently attached to wooden beams. The arrangement here has not changed at all. The whole mechanism of how the bells are rung is exactly the way it was, except for some minor renovations over the years, which really haven't changed anything significantly. The bells are basically played the way they were in 1905. We're in the process of trying to restore this area a little bit because it gets neglected, and I think at some point that will happen. But the plan for the future is to get some classes going so some of the younger kids in the parish can begin to learn how to play the bells. It's a historical part of it, and namely over the last few years, we started a restoration project for the stained glass windows, and I more or less was in charge of that, and that was great.
Nice.
Great. So yeah.
Yeah, beautiful church.
Yeah, it's a handsome building.